This is for Eddie's fat uncle. Pistol shots rang out in the barroom night. Enter Paddy Valentine from the upper hall. Sees the bartender in a pool of blood. Cries out, my God, they killed them all. Here comes the story of the hurricane. The man the authorities came to blame. But something that never done. But in a prison cell, but one time he could have been the champion of the world. 3 bodies lying dead at Pattersea, and a man named Bello moving around mysteriously. I didn't do what he says. He throws up his hands. I was only robbing the register. I hope you understand. I saw them leave, and he says when he stops, one of us had better call up the cops. So Paddy calls the cops, and they arrive on the scene with the red lights flashing in the hot New Jersey night. Meanwhile, far away in some other part of town, Reuben Carter and a couple of friends were driving around. #1 contender for the middleweight crown. Had no idea what kind of shit was about to go down when a cop pulled him over to the side of the road. Just like the time before that. In Patterson, that's just the way things go. If you're black, you might as well not show up on the street unless you want to draw the heat. Alfred Bello had a partner and he had a rap for the cops. Him and Arthur Dexter Bradley were just out prowling around. He said, I saw 2 men come running out, looked like middleweights, jumped into a white car without a state plate. And Miss Paddy Valentine just nodded her head. Cop said, wait a minute, boys, this one's not dead. So they took him to the infirmary. And though this man could hardly see, they told him he could identify the guilty man. Take him upstairs. The aged man looks up through his one dying eye. Said, what you bringing in here for? He ain't the guy. Here's the story of the hurricane. The man the authorities came to blame for something that he never done. But in a prison cell, one time he could have been the champion of the world. Later, and the ghetto's in flames. Reuben's in South America fighting for his name. Meanwhile, Arthur Dexter Bradley's still in the robbery game, and the cops are putting the screws on him, trying to find someone to blame. Remember that murder that happened in a bar? Remember you said you saw the getaway car? Think you like to play ball with the law? Think it might have been that fighter that you saw running that night? Don't forget that you are white. Arthur Dexter Bradley said, well, I'm really not sure. Comes in a poor boy like you could really use a break. We got you with that motel job and we're talking to your friend Bello. You don't want to go back to jail? Be a nice fellow. You'll be doing society a favor. That son of a bitch is brave and getting braver. We want to put his ass in the stir. just one punch. But he never did like to talk about it all that much. It's my work, he'd say, and I do it for pay. And when it's all over, I just as soon be on my way up to some paradise where the trout streams flow and the air is nice. Ride a horse along a trail, but then they took him to the jailhouse where they tried to turn a man into a mouse. All Reuben's cards were marked in advance. The trial was a pig circus, he never had a chance. The judge made Reuben's witnesses drunkards from the slums. To the white folks watching, he was a revolutionary bum. But to the black folks, he was some crazy nigga. Nobody doubted that he pulled the trigger. And though they cannot produce the gun, the DA said he was the one who did the deed. And the all-white jury agreed. Reuben Carter was wrongly tried. The rat was murder one. Guess who testified? Both Bellow and Bradley, and they both boldly lied. And all the newspapers came along for the ride. How can the life of such a man be in the palm of some fool's hand? To see him obviously framed, can't help but feel ashamed to live in a land where justice is a game. Now all the criminals in their coats and ties are free to drink martinis and watch the sunrise, while Reuben sits like a butter in a 10-foot cell, an innocent man in a heaven hell. That's the story of the hurricane, but it won't be over till they clear his name and give him back the time he's done. But in a prison cell, one time he could have been the champion of the world. Right about the sweat part. My goodness, it's lovely and warm up here actually.
See you, brother.